Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video on the Disrupt Gaming Call of Duty channel. Today, we're going to be covering everything new in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Let's get into it. Like I mentioned in the intro, today I'm going to be covering every single new feature Cold War offers to the Zombies franchise we all know and love. The first major thing being create a class and having the ability to start with any weapon you choose to start with. Now, when I say any weapon, I quite literally mean any weapon. If you can use it in multiplayer, you can use it in zombies. And on top of having the ability to start with any weapon you want, you have the ability to put 5 attachments of your choosing to make that gun even better. Now, the next big thing that has never been in zombies before is the skills tab. And within the skills tab, there are 4 subcategories being weapon classes, field upgrades, perks, and ammo mods. Now, the first subcategory we are going to be covering is the weapon classes subcategory. Now, practically with the weapons category is you have the ability to upgrade any weapon of your choice, which I feel is very, strategical for you to be able to upgrade stuff using your Ethereum crystals, which you get within game and within surviving. Now, the main thing these upgrades do is that depending on which weapon you are choosing, so for instance, with shotguns, the first upgrade increases close quarter damage by 10%, the next one increases the critical damage by 10%, and after that, it increases armor penetration by 10%. And now, depending on which weapon you choose to upgrade, it will have different features, like for instance, the tactical rifles allow you to increase the long shot damage for that first upgrade, and I believe snipers just do armor penetration. And then also as well, some of these give you ability to put 3 additional attachment slots. So I think the only ones that do that are SMGs, tac rifles, snipers, LMGs, ARs, and I think that's about it. And oh, okay, so I haven't looked at the melee weapon yet. So with the melee weapons, you get the replace gun butt with melee knife. So if you melee with your weapon out, it will just hit it with the butt of the gun. Now it actually does it with the knife. And wow, that bottom one. I thought that the Bowie knife wasn't going to be in this game, but right there, for the third upgrade, you replace your gun butt with the Bowie knife. Now, overall, the weapon classes are very different from what we are used to. In Black Ops 4, we got introduced weapon classes, and that was where you're able to choose all the perks you wanted to have, your gobblegums, your I don't remember what it was, but it was like an upgrade you could get as well, your starting weapon, and your tactical and lethals. Now, what Cold War Zombies does is just takes that same system, but just flips it on an end and only makes it to where you can have the weapon. Just before we get on with the rest of the video, I'm going to need you guys to leave a like, subscribe if you are new so you never miss a upload on the Disrupt Gaming Call of Duty channel, and comment your favorite weapon you have been using in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now, the next subcategory we are going to be covering is the field upgrades, and within the field upgrades, we do have 5 of them. Now, these are brand new. We have never seen these before, and the 5 field upgrades being the Frost Blast, which create a frigid blast of wind that deals frost damage and slows enemies caught inside of it. Slowed enemies take additional damage. Now, overall, I feel this is kind of like the Widow's Wine equivalent of the field upgrades, because it slows them down when they are hit with the Frost Blast, which is exactly what Widow's Wine would do. If you took a hit or you threw a grenade, there would be like these webs that shot around and would slow down the zombies while also dealing damage. The next one being Energy Mine. Now, Energy Mine creates a mine of pure energy that detonates on proximities of enemies, deals explosive damage. Now, I didn't cover the upgrades. So the upgrades for the Frost Blast are the blast lasts 3 seconds longer, continuing to slow enemies. The next one being you get 2 charges, and the third one being double the size and damage of the blast. Now, the energy mines upgrades are practically the same thing, except the very bottom one, the mine detonates 2 times in rapid succession. Now, the energy mine, I feel, is kind of like a proximity mine, but instead of having an explosive damage, it is energy damage. You deal. Wow. Now, the next one being the Healing Aura. Now, this one I feel isn't going to be useful in solos and should be used within co-op, because what Healing Aura does is It summons a beam of energy down on yourself and allies to instantly heal to full health. Now, that sounds kind of tactical and could also be very helpful if you and your allies are all, you know, training together or all camping together and you all are taking damage. Just shoot that down or shoot it in general and your entire allies and team is healed. Now, the upgrades being is that you and your allies get a regenerative healing effect that lasts 10 seconds. Next one being the beam knocks out normal enemies and some special and elite enemies. Now, those special and elite enemies being the dogs and the megaton and the little megatons that disperse after you shoot and kill the first big guy. And then the next one is huge. With Cold War zombies being especially, or I wouldn't say, now the last one is huge. With Cold War zombies being extremely harder than it has been in the past years, this third upgrade, beam revives downed allies, which is huge because if you're the only one alive and your team are down in a giant group together, you shoot down your field upgrade and you're rezzing your entire team off the rip. Now, the Ring of Fire. Now, the Ring of Fire I don't have unlocked yet, which is weird because it's before the Aether Shroud tier, but let's not talk about that. The Ring of Fire, what it does, it creates a ethereal fire that boosts damage for you and your allies. Normal enemies who enter a gaining... Wow. Now, what the Ring of Fire does, it creates a ring of ethereal fire that boosts damage for you and your allies. Normal enemies who enter gain a burning effect that deals fire damage. It lasts 15 seconds. Now, the upgrades are kind of just like Frost Blast, where it deals more damage, and the second one being the ring blocks enemy projectiles, which is huge because the Megaton has a throwable projectile, which is just awful and super annoying to deal with. And while in the ring, ammo is taken from your stock instead of your magazine, so you don't have to reload at all, which kind of serves as a unlimited ammo in a sense if you think about it. Now, the Aether Shroud, which is the one I have been running the most, phases into the Dark Aether for 5 seconds, becoming hidden from enemy detection. Practically, it is, I'm trying to think of the Gobblegum. I think it's Now You See Me, or it's something of that. Practically, it's where it made you invisible from the zombies for a set amount of time. Now, the upgrades, which I already have a thumb all the way up. The first upgrade being Activation instantly reloads ammo for your weapon. Next one being Increase Shroud duration for 8 seconds. And the third one being Activation instantly warps you forward a small distance. Now, I've been running the Aether Shroud like I mentioned before, and I've been using this practically for all the games I've played on zombies, and I will say this is very helpful for if you are a solo player, or even if you're not but you prefer to train rather than camp. It really helps to get you out of a sticky situation. Say you take a wrong turn and you have loads of zombies coming up towards you and you can't escape in time, you just activate this and you are scot-free and you have survived another round. Now, this is huge. The third subcategory being perks, and right here alone, perks have never had any upgrades before. They've had, you know, perma perks, which were kind of perks you didn't get, but this is the closest thing I say to that. Now, the big thing with this is that it upgrades your perks, like I mentioned before, and makes them essentially a lot better than their base values. Now, first upgrade is for JUGGER-NOG, which reduces the status effect duration by 50 seconds. And practically what it means is that if you are hit in like the gas or something like that, the effects don't last as long, which I feel is super huge. Now, armor plates, which is something that is new this year, which was kind of introduced in BO4 with the specialist weapons. You would get armor, but now armor is a permanent thing in this game, and you can have it replenished by 25%. Or no, yeah, I said that right. Never mind. And on the next one, it increases your max health by 100%, which practically is doubling the normal effect of JUGGER-NOG, which is absolutely huge. Now, I do have to mention, there is no perk limit this year, so you can have tier 3 versions of all of these perks, which will practically make you like Superman and practically unbeatable. Now, the next perk we are going to be covering is Speed Cola, which practically increases your reload speed by 15%. The 3 upgrades being swap weapons faster, field upgrades you charge 20% faster, and increase reload speed by 30%. Those are all very self-explanatory. Quick Revive is the next perk we are covering. Reduce the time it takes to regen. Why do I keep saying regain? Regen health to full health by 50%. Reduce the time it takes to revive an ally by 50%. And with Quick Revive, the 3 upgrades being your down crawl speed is increased by 100%. Reduce the delay before health starts regenerating by 50%. And reviving an ally will also heal you to full health. These are all self-explanatory. I feel a lot of these upgrades will be self-explanatory, so I'll just be skipping on to Stamina-Up. Stamina-Up, if you don't know what it does, it increases your run and sprint speed, which is huge. It makes you faster, which makes training a hell of a lot easier. Now, the 3 upgrades being you get an increased backpedal speed. So what backpedaling is, it's practically when you just are walking backwards. Nothing really overcomplicated there. Next one being is immunity to fall damage, and the third one being walk faster while ADSing. Now, Elemental Pop is a new perk we have never had before, and practically what it is, so if you played Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 and you double pack a punch your weapon, you would get a alternate ammo type, that being Blast Furnace, Brain Rot, and Black Ops 4, and just essentially those things. Now, what Elemental Pop does is every bullet has a small chance to apply a random base ammo mod, and those ammo mods being the alternate ammo types. 3 upgrades for Elemental Pop are the equipment damage also has a small chance to apply a random base ammo mod effect. Second one being reduce ammo mod cooldowns by 20%, and the third one being when random ammo mods is applied, it uses the ammo mod's current skill tier instead of the base. It's just instead of the base. Now, the last perk we are going to be covering is DEADSHOT DAIQUIRI. Now, DEADSHOT DAIQUIRI, what essentially does, it when you aim in, it will instantly lock on to the head of the enemy you are aiming at, increasing the damage. Or in this game, it increases critical damage at the first upgrade, which is the 100% extra critical damage if an enemy is at full health. The second one being increased damage against armor pieces. The third one being reduce hip fire spread. Now, all those are self-explanatory. And last but not least, I will be covering the ammo mods. So in the ammo mods, we do have 4, which was less than any of the other categories we covered. Those 4 being Napalm Blast, Deadwire, CRYOFREEZE, and Brain Rot. Now, Napalm Burst, I can best explain it as a Blast Furnace. Bullets deal fire damage. Each bullet has a chance to apply a burn effect on normal enemies, dealing 10% of their maximum health and fire damage over 5 seconds. And it has a 3-second cooldown. Now, the next upgrade will be the initial burn effect deals 5% of enemy maximum health and fire damage. Second one being increased fire or burn duration for 10 seconds. And the third one being double burn effect damage. Now, Deadwire is practically Deadwire from the past 2 installments of Call of Duty, or in the Black Ops series, I should say, not Call of Duty as a whole. Bullets deal electric damage. Each bullet has a chance to stun normal enemies for 2 seconds, which it didn't do in... No, it did. I'm wrong about that. I got my information wrong. First upgrade is stunned enemies generate an electric field, dealing electric damage to self and nearby enemies, which is practically what Deadwire did as a base alternate ammo type. Second one being increased stun duration for 4 seconds, and like Napalm Burst, the third one increases the electric field damage, or just doubles the damage in general. CryoFreeze is something we have not seen before. What CryoFreeze does, it's bullets deal frost damage. Each bullet has a chance to slow normal enemies by 30% to their run speed for 30 seconds. Now, what the 3 upgrades are: slowed enemies take 25% more damage, slow enemy duration increased to 5 seconds, and slowed enemies speed decreased to 50%. Now, Brain Rot is literally turned or Brain Rot in Black Ops 4, which practically if you shoot a zombie, the zombie will start killing other zombies and won't damage you. First upgrade being turned enemy explodes on death, dealing toxic damage. Second one being increases turn duration to 20 seconds. Third one being turned enemy damage is doubled. Now, I feel those are all the main things, and the last one being Jesters, but Jesters, which is just like in multiplayer, pretty self-explanatory. Now, we will be heading over to some gameplay, but before we do that, I'm going to need you guys to leave a like on this video, comment down below your favorite part, and comment down your favorite weapon. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below your favorite part, and subscribe if you have not yet. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!